Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and this is my S.H.Figuarts Capcom action figure wish list. So guys, I really don't have that many S.H.Figuarts action figures, but the ones that I do have, I've actually thoroughly enjoyed, taking pictures of them, posing them. But out of all the S.H.Figuarts that I have, I think some of my favorite ones are the Street Fighter action figures that S.H.Figuarts has made. Now, they didn't make a whole lot, and I only have like about 4: Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and then I also have an Akuma. But after messing around with these Street Fighter action figures for the longest time, I was like, wouldn't it be great if Tamashii Nations made, some other Capcom characters from the different Capcom properties? Now, I went ahead and made this video. This is just a wishlist video, of course. I don't even know if Tamashii Nations still has the rights to making Capcom characters. Maybe that might be why we haven't gotten any more, other than like the Street Fighter characters. I think some time ago they made like a Zero action figure. I remember I saw like a S.H.Figuarts Zero from like Mega Man on eBay, but I thought it would be very interesting to do like a little wish list of Capcom characters that I want to see S.H.Figuarts make, because I really think that they could do a really good job, because I really like their posability and the kind of, anime design that they use for the Street Fighter characters. So, without any more rambling, let's go ahead and get into my list. When I was thinking about Capcom characters, the first ones that came to my mind personally was Devil May Cry, and I think you guys already know where I'm going with this. Dante and Virgil. For me, that's all I need from Devil May Cry. I mean, could you imagine all the accessories, the posability that we would get with a Dante and a Virgil action figure? Now, if they want to make, what's their name? If they want to make like Trish or something, or like a Sparta, sure, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, turn those down. But if they were to make 2 action figures from Devil May Cry and then not make any more, you have to make a Dante, you have to make a Virgil. That was on the top of my list. And I feel like certain characters like from like Devil May Cry might be more likely to make. I know they're probably not gonna make action figures from less popular Capcom properties, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on to probably my second most wanted figures from S.H.Figuarts, and that is Resident Evil. I do know that certain toy companies do make Resident Evil action figures from time to time, but I'm gonna need S.H.Figuarts to make some Resident Evil. Primarily for me, talking Chris, we're talking Jill, and we're talking Wesker. Now, Chris, I'm more used to seeing Chris Redfield in kind of his Resident Evil 5 look. Mostly with a lot of these characters, Devil May Cry and Resident Evil, I don't really want to see the latest versions of them, just because, I don't know, they just don't look all that cool to me. And then Devil May Cry, like the new like realism style that they use for Devil May Cry 5, it just looks like really weird to me. They look cool, but on the other hand, they just look really weird. So I'd rather they make versions from like older games, especially for Resident Evil. Not really big on, Resident Evil Village. Chris Redfield, he just looks kind of boring, and he wasn't even really in Resident Evil Biohazard. So also probably with Jill, I'm fine with a Resident Evil 1 Jill or her outfit from Resident Evil 5. That one I thought looked kind of cool. And Wesker, of course, you have to have, classic black trench coat and, all black with sunglasses and all that. So it'd be really cool to get some Resident Evil action figures. Now, there's one character in particular that I think would be really cool for S.H.Figuarts to make, and I primarily only know about this character from Marvel vs. Capcom, and that's Strider Hiryu. When I used to play like Marvel vs. Capcom like 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, there's just something really like cool and sleek about, you know, his animations, his, you know, poses that he does and everything. I just think Strider here is just a very well made character, a very cool looking character, and it'd be really cool to get him in action figure form. Now I know I'm talking about all these other Capcom properties, but I want to go back to Street Fighter real quick. And for the most part, S.H.Figuarts has made mostly all the Street Fighter characters that I want. I still need to get a Cammy, I still need to get a Bison, but after looking through their slightly limited lineup, I noticed that S.H.Figuarts did not make a Guile, and that's kind of like crazy to me. Like, you made all these other guys, but you didn't make Guile. Now I know, for those of you who collect like Storm collectibles, they made a Guile, but I would really like to have, you know, a Guile that's, you know, the proper scaling to scale well with, you know, all the other action figures that I have. So I'd really like S.H.Figuarts to make a Guile. I'd also like for them to make a Zangief. And it's funny, I just talked about wanting them to scale, but to be honest, Storm Collectibles did also make a Zangief, and he's pretty big. I mean, Zangief's already a pretty big character, so I feel like if I were to buy a Storm Collectibles Zangief, I feel like he would scale pretty well, because, you know, he already is a big character that towers over, you know, the other Street Fighter characters anyway. But, you know, Guile and Zangief, definitely two action figures that I would really like from the Street Fighter side of things. I did notice that kind of like before they stopped making Street Fighter characters, they did make like Rashid from Street Fighter 5, who's a really, you know, more recent, newer character. So, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to having, you know, newer characters like that, but you gotta make some more of those classic characters, you know, Guile, Zangief, Dawson, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my last Capcom property, which is, and I kind of talked about it a little earlier, Mega Man. Now, like I said, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like out of all the toy lines that I talk about, S.H.Figuarts might be the one I know the least about. So you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that at some point they did make a S.H.Figuarts Zero from Mega Man. So if they did, I'm probably gonna have to try to hunt him down and get him. But when it comes to like the Mega Man stuff, I would much prefer them to like maybe make an action figure of Mega Man X, just because I feel like X is just a cooler version of Mega Man, to be honest. And other than Zero and X, there's not really a whole lot of other characters I want. Maybe Sigma. I thought he was a pretty cool, interesting character, so I definitely wouldn't be opposed to having a Sigma if they were to make that. Now, there are a couple of other Capcom properties that I could go on and on about making, but these are the primary characters that I would like to make from some of my more my favorite Capcom properties. Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Mega Man, and then of course Strider here, just because I just really like the overall look of the character. But alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here before I start rambling. Comment down below, what Capcom characters would you like to see S.H.Figuarts make? I'm actually really interested in hearing what you guys have to say about this. Alright guys, be sure to follow me on my Instagram, as you'll stay updated whenever I have plans to upload a video, as well as see exclusive photos like of S.H.Figuarts here that you will not see in my videos. Alright guys, until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel and check out other videos. Catch you later.